Welcome, Kate McKenna from TSN. She's joining us here today to talk about the top news stories of the day that might not be getting the headlines they deserve. For example, the Nike Pro hijab.
Yes, and this was, buzzworthy in the sports world. So this came about as a result of Muslim athletes complaining that the hijabs they were wearing weren't cutting it on the field. So they weren't necessarily breathable.
Sure.
One weightlifter said she had to wash hers every time she trained, meaning every day. So Nike came out with this. It's breathable, lightweight fabric. It was tested by multiple athletes, including figure skater Zara Lauri. And this really is a game changer. And it's coming at a time where, and there she is there, Zara, it's coming at a time where sports organizations and governing bodies still aren't quite sure how to handle the hijab. FIFA only welcomed the hijab in 2014 and overturned the headgear ban. FIBA, the International Basketball Federation, still hasn't come forward and said that hijabs are acceptable on the court. So for Nike to do this and normalize it and make it mainstream, I think goes a long way for Muslim athletes.
Yeah, well, the innovation, the technology behind it as well is almost as important, I would think, as normalizing the acceptance of it in sort of on the field and on the pitch, because if it's not comfortable,
right.
They're not going to want to wear it.
Of course. Right. And it's also worth pointing out that although Nike is sort of the biggest company to embrace this, there are many companies, Canadian companies included, run by women, smaller companies who have been doing this for a while. So we got
bathing suits, for example, for Muslim observant women. There's a really great Canadian company that's been designing those for a long time.
So credit where credit's due. It's
Sure.
just because Nike is so big that it's making such a splash.
And they're also, they have the ability to reach many, many more people with their products. So there you go. All right, moving on. Montreal.
Yep.
Montreal Canadiens. We talked about this backstage.
We did.
When they made their coaching change.
Yep.
It was the time to do something, and sometimes that's all you need to reset.
Just a change up. Claude Julien came in on Valentine's Day. That was a good day for Habs fans, as you well know, Ben, because they've won their last 6 games. They're playing incredibly well. That is a happy dance, if ever I've seen one. They are playing incredibly well. Carey Price doing so well. You know what? They're getting goals from players other than Max Pacioretty, which is huge. And you know what I like? Claude Julien isn't afraid to shake things up.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
What are the actual changes that he has made? Because in terms of style, he wasn't doing a massively different style in.
Yeah. So they're controlling the puck differently in their own zone, for sure. But also, I think it's just you can't be complacent with him. Alexei Emelin, one of their top defensemen, he didn't play well Saturday night. For the first time this season, he was a healthy scratch the next game. If you don't contribute, if you don't play well, it doesn't matter who you are. See you next time.
Different motivators.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. All the rest of us who can only dream of being as good-looking or as wealthy or as talented as Tom Brady, well, at least for a fee, we can eat like Tom Brady.
But who would want to?
I don't know.
I
saw this menu.
Right? A meal delivery service now, $78 will allow you to eat like Tom Brady. TB12, here are the boxes. But let me just tell you, Tom Brady eats no sugar, no white flour, no
like
MSG.
My compost, by the way.
No fun.
No fun, exactly. $78 a week. The sample menus, I don't even understand them. Crispy turnip cakes with quinoa, tabbouleh, and za'atar yogurt. Gingered amaranth, I don't know. I eat what I understand. I don't understand that.
But I do understand the motivation behind putting it out there, because during the Super Bowl and the lead up to the Super Bowl, all the talk was about this diet that he was on that was keeping him young and healthy, and he will probably, a lot of people were saying, he will probably be able to play long after you would expect him to have to retire because of...
but genetics.
There's that too.
Right.
I'm simply saying that this became a narrative in the press, and so he and his company are capitalizing on that and trying to turn it into something.
I think it became a narrative in the press because he and his PR company made it a narrative in the press.
And what doesn't he capitalize on? He also has pajamas. But I have news for you. It doesn't matter if you eat like Tom Brady or sleep like Tom Brady. You will not become Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
Little dose of reality from Kate McKenna.
Buzzkill.
I don't know. I think if you can model his behavior, at least in the kitchen, then maybe you'll feel like Tom Brady.
You think if you eat like Tom Brady, you're going to wake up feeling like Tom Brady?
Feeling healthier?
You know what? No. As somebody who has to sit next to Ben for 3 hours every day, please do not just feed him rice cakes and quinoa tabbouleh. You will be cranky.
Oh, I'll be hanged.
I know you will be.
That's an experiment we should try.
No, we should.
We should absolutely try it.
Kate McKenna from TSN, thank you very much for coming in today.